mistake was I I at the time when I was submitting a proposal, I was deciding whether I should look back like 6 years back, which include my experience of training and coaching in startups and also coaching a team for 4 years, and also like going and training universities, and also a bit of it is being a member in a scrum. Or I just focus on like coaching a team for 4 years span and what I learned from that. So I was deciding between these two time span, and by the time I submit proposal, I was extremely busy. So I just cram it up and submit it. And I realized after I submitted, I made a mistake. So it turned out to be like coaching a team for 6 years. This is overpayment. But I think, well, given that how rushed my proposal looks, I assume it will be rejected. So I think no big deal. Then I received an email saying, "Congratulations, your proposal was accepted. There's a tiny part of me which wants to contribute. I'm happy about it. Big part of me thinks." So since then, I have been busy actually making a content, and also talk with my client, have an agreement of what can be shared and what. And last night I was like discuss with my colleagues like what should I do with the mistake. And we agreed that I should make that clear at the beginning, so take this out of my hand. Yeah, so I'm sorry for the mistake. You can come back 2 years later. I probably give a talk about what I learned from my coaching a team, assuming that I'm still working there. Yeah. So shall we move on? A bit about me. So my name is Chokchai Phtharamalai, and if you know, most of Thai people, they have like long name, and you can call me Chua. You have like short. Call me Chua. I'm an Agile coach at Audi Thailand team. I was certified from practitioner, which require you to have like Scrum product owner, Scrum like master, and Scrum developer, but they're all expired already. So this is Audi. A bit about my company. Audi is a multinational company, and we are in 10 countries so far, and we are very flat. So we have like one level of hierarchy. So you can say like everyone that you see here is you can think like of them as a CEO. Okay? So all of them are CEO. If people come and ask like who are your boss, we will look at each other and laugh. So yeah, everyone is this is buzzword is the one. Audi is coming from his surname, so he is clearly the first member of the company. Audi. But in Audi, everyone is. We have one in Thailand, Singapore, Philippines, Australia, Taipei, China, Japan, Hong Kong, South Korea. We don't have any branch in North Korea yet. A bit complicated there. And another branch in Oregon, America. A bit about odds. So I'm also a member of a community called Odds, and Odds is a group of people who believe in two things. First, we believe that building software should be fun. Second thing, we believe in practice. About my topic, so this is what I focus on. I have been coaching a team, and they are in like 112, and there are a couple of common problems that are showing up again and again. So I come with 3 common problems that I observed coaching a team, and I also shared a bit about what I think about the problem or what I learned from it. So that will be the problem. The way it present will be the problem first, and then what I learned about it. Problem and what I learned. Problem and what I learned. And I will, at the end, I will conclude a bit about how I look at Thai software industry. Okay. So first, um, we are working and suddenly there's a shift in business. The situation change and suddenly there's a high demand of things to be done. And we think this is a good time to add more people into the team because we'll get slow at the beginning, but eventually we'll get faster because look at the demand. We can't run this at this capacity. We want more people. But it is hard. We can't find the right people for the team. Has anyone experienced this kind of problem before? Has anyone not experienced this kind of problem before? Has anyone hasn't raised your hand yet? Okay. This is not gonna work. This is an interactive session. Okay. So I would like you to like when you raise your hand, raise it like this so I can see it from here. Okay. Right. Has anyone seen this problem before? Oh. Has anyone not seen this problem before? Okay. Cool. Has anyone not raised your hand yet? Okay. Why? Deciding. Okay. I would like to ask you to form a pair with people next to you and spend 3 minutes. Share if you have experience, if you not has experience with this kind of problem, and share what happened. Can you do that? Okay, 3 minutes. Please start. 90 seconds. Fifteen seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up. Any pair one more time? Any pair one more time? Okay, cool. Did heard a lot of laughter. I wish I could be there. So, yeah, the demand in the business never like stable. Even like, for example, like my team is Scrum, so we have like we try to have stable velocity, but the demand in business is up and down. So when I step back, it's pretty busy on one department. But if you step back and look at the whole organization, you probably find other departments which are like more free, not so busy, and they would look at the department which is more busy, and you can see in their eyes they want to help, but they can't. They might come and cheer you up or like serve you food, drinks, and snacks, but they can't. And I look back and I learned that um, I used to be a software developer myself, so I write code. And 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 when I look back from my coding experience, writing code is like there are two dynamics. Before, like long time ago, it used to like a movie called The Last Samurai. So when I graduate and I go there and I like joining a company, joining a new company and going to write code, that will be like experienced programmer who has like 7 cents. Okay? He or she knows that if I make a change here, it will blow up there. Okay? And that requires like 6 years of experience working in that domain or that application to know all this. So a new joiner go there with like a lot of energy, and you start there at the very surface of the screen, and you can like change the label or move the button a bit, work there, and you didn't do any mistake. Eventually, you got promoted, so you can change validation logic. Okay? And after half a year, you didn't make any mistakes. You got promoted, so you can change flow of the screens. And to be able to change some real so with that, you can go to the code. Any experienced programmer can read code and understand what it does. The problem is you don't know why. There's no requirement captured why it was done this way. You got some clues in common. Sometimes it's not real. I think the most useful comment was like, I look at the code, it was pretty messy, and I try to improve it. And I look up there, and there's a comment says, if you want to refactor the code below and fail to do so, please increase the number below, and you see 23 there. That's give me a hint that if I'm not really have like time to do it seriously, then probably don't touch it. Or another comment says, sorry, I'm drunk, and that's pretty useful. So I know I can change. I could make it worse. Now, after the times when unit tests and test-driven development are practices more commonly, writing codes it's not like a samurai anymore. It's like Spartacus, where everyone works in a team. They have a shield that they move forward together, and and so you have a shield, right? You form a line. You have a shield. You move one step forward to push at your enemy, and you just hold the spear and poke at anything between the hole. Yeah? You move together and you poke at anything between the hole. A new programmer who have no experience, you can practice this in like few months, and you get to move together. But the point is, teamwork is necessary. So this is how my team agreed to work to work together. Okay? So they agree on 3 rules. First, everyone that going to deliver value to the customers or users, they need to write an automate test to guarantee that this value is preserved. Rule number 2, anyone can change any code. There's no your code, my code. There's no your class, my class, your function, my function. No. Anyone can change. As long as you run all the automated tests and it passes, means your change is okay. Third rule, you cannot change other people's tests without informing the owner of the why. Because for example, if what's your name? Like, so if we work together in a team, if Lek made something, and he wrote an automated test to guarantee that this works, then I come in and I get some requirement and I work on it. Then I broke Lek's test. Okay. With this agreement, what do I do? Change Lek's test without telling him. Yeah? Okay. Then let's say I change Lek's test without letting Lex know. Yeah? Then that feature blows up on production. Who will be hunted down? Who will be woke up in the middle of the night to go fix it before morning? Lex, not me. Because no one knows that. Because Lex made it, Lex built it. Yeah? No one knows that there's an impact. So everyone will go to the programmer who built it in the first place and go fix it. Lex will go there, has no clue how good things blows up. Yeah? He already wrote a test to guarantee that this would work. Then after spend like long time trying to fix it, assume Lex fix it already. What is the first thing you do after you fix it? Test. Okay, it's passed. What do you do next? Deploy. Okay, fix. What do you do next? Get user feedback. Decent programmer. What do you do next? Usually, if I am Lex place, when after the after I the fires die out, the first thing I do is find who broke it. And if Lex found it was me who broke it, Lex might warn me or talk to me. But if it's happened again and again, not true. Yeah. So that's the reason why they agree, so that if we want to change other people's tests, go and talk to that person first. Because, for example, if I go and talk to them, had I go and talk to them, it only 2 things can happen. First, Lex realize that, oh, you cannot change this, otherwise this feature will break. Then we agree together how to make both features work without breaking anything. Okay? And no production issues will happen. Second thing is, Lex forgot that this feature will break. So Lex said, oh, go ahead and change it. Lex was busy on something else, so he continued his work. Yeah? Then it blows up again. He'll be woken at the middle of the night again. But in front of the computer, Lex will remember that day you were asking if you can change this. And this is the result. So he will know immediately how to fix it. And he will also know, not only make sure his feature works, but he also has to make sure my feature works as well. Otherwise, there will be problems again. Yeah? And he'll be able to respond and fix the problem quicker. And after that, I'm pretty sure that it's okay. Yeah. So that's how they agree to state how they agree to work together. That's what their working agreement. And from here, I I learned that I understand myself more. When I was start coaching a team, I used to kind of give them an offer. Uh, if you want to, if you want to coach, then you must use the automate as a practice and also automate. Because what I'm afraid of most is if you don't do this kind of thing, and you got incident on production, then it will interrupt your sprint. You can't tell product owner, you know what, we are in the middle of the sprint and sprint should not be interrupted. So you can come back next sprint, fix your production. That's not gonna work. So you got interrupted, and then it will affect the commitment of the team, so on and so on. So I don't want to reach that problem. So I used to ask people to do the automate as well at the beginning. But now that I step back and I look back, it's not about the automate unit test or automate acceptance test. It's about collective ownership of the code. It's the ability to share this code with other people. This happens all the time in open source community. Yeah? And new people joining in has no idea about the domain knowledge at all, but they can make some change, run all the tests, see something breaks, move it somewhere else, see something else break, and keep moving it around until you find a place, the right place to put it in, and everything works, right? And also with the test to guarantee that key value is preserved. With this practice, what happened in my team is a new fresh graduate coming out of university can join team, and it took him like a few days before he delivered his first product backlog item, with help from many seniors, okay? Because you don't know a lot of things, so you have to go and ask. A few weeks, and he'll be able to do something that similar to what he did before on his own. A few months, and now he become a core member of the team to deliver value and make help team move faster. And that's the second dynamic. It's about teamwork. It's about share ownership. And I asked my team, you know what? We are pretty busy right now. Are you confident to let anyone in this organization, in other departments, to jump in and help you write code? They said, yeah, sure. As long as all the tests pass, they can make any change they want. That's the level of confidence they have in that test. So that allows them to share the ownership of this product with others. And that helped me think, what if every product in our organization is like this? What if when there's a change in the demand in the business, which always happens, yeah? Then the people in another department can jump in and, you know what? Last time you come help us in our hard time, let us help you now. And more teams can work on a single product. So that's the first thing I learned. Okay? It's about sharing, helping each other with collective code. Second thing is as a coach, sometimes I also join like gathering or meet up of other coaches or scrum masters meetup. And this is one of the problems I used to hear. So as a scrum master, when I start, there are a lot of responsibility that scrum master will, at the beginning when team is new, then there are a lot of responsibility you are holding by yourself. You might help team resolve conflicts. You might help team facilitate a lot of stuff. But as team grows, you do less and less. The ownership will slowly shift to the team. Team will start to take those responsibilities themselves. sometimes I find Scrum Master struggle. Like I have been like starting burn down like every spring. Why they didn't pick this up from me yet? I just need someone to come in and spot. They are the one who know first. Like when the dark is up, why don't they do it themselves? I hear this question a lot, but I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer why. And now that I get time to sit down and reflect, I see one pattern how the responsibility was shifted from me to the team. It's always like this. So I have been doing something by myself. Um, in something I'm talking about, like from very basic thing, like when they are creating a release candidate to put it on production, I make sure all the test parts, like all the bugs are green, no cheating. Okay, very simple thing. To the very advanced thing, like make sure this environment is safe so that everyone can be creative, work at them. These things slowly, gradually, team pull it away from me. They do it by themselves these days, and the pattern it happened is I have been doing that, and suddenly the spoke there's something new coming in. I have to coach more teams, like team teams. I have to do something else. I have to do assessment for the whole organization. I have to go and train whole organization about Scrum and Agile. And I suddenly become very busy. And teams see that I'm tired. And they come to me and they say, you know what? We'll do this ourselves. We go and do what we need. I appreciate them for that. So they start doing. But at the beginning, they might ask me, like, how do you do this again? They might need some help. But gradually, they'll be able to do it by themselves. Said, from now on, you'll take this on. You will do what you need. And that's how teams. So because they want to help you, they pick up more responsibility, and that's how they grow. Very nice. Now I come to also at the coaching gathering. Sometimes I find some coach like, yeah, but for that to happen, team, you have to have a good relationship with the team. Yeah? Team, your team kind of like you and care that you are tired. That's why they pick up this responsibility. Oh, how do I do if my team hates me? I couldn't answer that question also. So I come back and I think, why my team want to help me? And I don't know. From Coaching Agile Team book, they say, when a coach stuck, go and rely on wisdom. So I go to the team. I ask them, you guys has been very nice to me, helping me do this and that. Why do you care? I ask about. And from their responses, this is what I conclude. They find I have helped them before. They appreciate that. They like coming to me and share with me their problems. I have helped them, and that's how we create our bond, create our relationship. After reflecting, I find that so it's like I'm having a space. When they come with trouble, they can be open in this space. And this space is held by two pillars. One is confidential. So everyone come to talk to me. Any team member who come and discuss with me, I assume what they share is private. And there were times when they share with me, like, I have a fight with another team member, and I was like, you know what, as a Scrum Master, I also make sure that we get along. Knowing that there's a fight between the team and not comfortable. Can I share this information with another team member that I heard this from you? And if that person says no, At most, I would share with them like how trouble I am knowing this and can't do anything. But if the person insists that this is private, is not comfortable sharing this with anyone, then I'll I'll show her that problem, seeing this problem. But that's how I work. So if anything can be shared, I'll ask for permission first. May I share this with that? Or I also ask my team, can I share this and with the agreement. So the first pillar is privacy. Okay, that make people feel that they have space. The second pillar is space. This is this starts from the very beginning. So I used to be a coach in startups, a short-term engagement, few months at most, to go train and then working together with the Scrum Master for a sprint or two, and then move from one startup to another. And then when I start working for a long-term engagement, I'm getting nervous. So on first day, I remember I'm about to start coaching a new team, and I know this will be a long-term engagement in an enterprise. I called my wife. If you know my wife, she is also a coach, an agile coach, and no agile coach, and she is more experienced agile coach, having 2 years more coaching experience. So I called her. I asked her, Scrum Master 101, what do I need to know? She think for a few minutes. What she replied. If you are going to go and suggest anything to a product owner or a team, make sure you put yourself in their shoes first. Very good advice for Scrum Master 101. It works for a few months until the day when the team and product owner had a fight. I was standing there in the middle, stunned, not sure which shoe I should wear right now. After that, I learned that so Scrum Master 102, it's not only putting yourself into their shoes, but you need to be able to listen and guess what they really need at the moment, what's important, that's why they are what they want. And if they had a fight, this is ideally you want them to hurt each other. So this is coming from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Family book, chapter 7, habit number 5. The habit says, seek first to understand. And in that chapter, there's a sharing that in like hearing or being heard is like psychological air. So when you have something burning inside, you want this very much, and you're not getting it, you feel so frustrated. You want another side, another person heard. I want this, and sometimes it's so frustrating that it's not be able to communicate. This feels like you are drowning under it, and by having another person hurt them is a relief, just like a relief. So when they have a fight, usually they are not hearing each other. Help them hear each other. If it's so strong, if they want it so much and they don't have the space to hear each other, then you hurt both sides first. Then you give them space. Eventually they'll be able to hear each other. So the second pillar is be able to listen and be able to without judgment. That's a second pillar. And with these two, the privacy and non-judgmental hearing, it creates space and it helps my team. And that's how I bond with my team. That's how they start to help me back. With that, so this is a relationship between me and my team. We help each other. The third one, the third one is the third one is from the Seven Habits of Highly Effective People book. Habit number one is called be proactive, and in that habit, it talks about the circle of concern and circle of influence. So, circle of concern is what we care, yeah? Which there's a lot of things I care. Uh, and the circle of influence is a small subset. It's an area which I can influence or I can change or I can do something about it. Like if it's raining, I do care. I don't want to get wet. So when it's raining, I'm concerned. Yeah? But I can't stop the rain. Knowing that I don't want to get wet, then I can do something like that. So that's a circle of influence. Some little thing I can do. Yeah? Even you are a team member, even you are a coach, even you are a product owner, even you are a leader. I believe in your working environment there are a lot of things you care, and but sometimes you cannot change everything you want. There are the circle that you can influence on is smaller. It's frustrating, but this is the area you can do. Have anyone had that problem before? You know what to do, yeah? 3 minutes. Share with your peer. Uh, we start. 1 minute left. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Any pair need more time? How many more? How much more? 3 minutes. I can give you only one. I have only 10 minutes left. Last minute. Any pair who already finished sharing, look at me and smile. So I know you already. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So in life, there are lots of things we concern, but there are only little things we can influence. Yeah. What do we do? The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People book suggests that we work in the circle of concern. If we wherever we focus, that that circle will grow. So by focusing on the circle of by focusing on the circle of influence, the circle of influence will grow. That's what the book suggests. That's what I try. That's what I believe. So I remember, this is the sprint. Like, I think it's sprint 15 or 16. So we used to have 2 teams, and now it grows to 3 teams. Okay, but there's not enough space for the team to sit together. So the third team goes into a meeting room, and the third team has a nickname. It's called Oops Team, because the first 2 teams sit together. They agreed on some APIs or some design at the beginning of the sprint. While they work, they find it doesn't work. So they say they might talk like, okay, this doesn't work, so I'm going to add this into the API. Another team will say, what about that? And they learn, and they come and talk, and they redesign again. All this happened without the third team. The team was in meeting room, didn't hear anything about this at all. At the later in the sprint, when they are about to integrate, the third team come and put in their work. Oops, it doesn't work. And the third team was frustrated in their retrospective. They was like, why are we put in a meeting room? It's like we are put in a cave, and we never be able to hear what other teams are discussing. So they put in an impediment, says the wall. And as a Scrum Master, so this is coming from Growing Agile training book. It says the Scrum Master should try to resolve every impediment within 24 hours. So they put the wall. So I take the wall, I go to the management, and I talk to them. The wall is blocking the team from collaborating better. They cannot hear what's going on, and it's always like problem with integration. Can we remove the wall? It was a long time ago, so I can't remember the response, but it was something like realistic. So I come back to the team and so the wall will not go away. What can we do? And the team agreed to keep the door open. That they hear something. Not perfect. They are so annoyed that the aircon is going out of the room, but they don't have other options. But they keep the door open while from there. Sometimes they run out. What are you guys discussing? And they join. 2 years later, we moved to another floor. And this is their working environment. And you see, there's no walls anymore. At the beginning, before I start this long-term engagement, start coaching this team, I used to coach only in startup, and my colleague Ruth, asked me if I want to start coaching in enterprise. I got a potential client, which is an enterprise. And I remember I replied Ruth that, Ruth, I don't want to work in an enterprise because it's got to be a very long-term engagement. The enterprise is huge. There's a lot of hierarchies. And to make a substantial change, it requires long time. I would rather work with startup where things are flexible and it's easier to change it. So it's easier to make an impact. And Ruth said, you know what? If you look at Thai software industry these days, you can, that was like 4 years back, 5 years back. Agile is like accepted and well known in startup communities already. Everyone to some degree of Agile, adopt Scrum, in Kanban, whatever. But that time, no enterprise that I know adopted it. At that time, in Thai software industry, Agile was like for startups. But for the big companies or government organizations, still like don't know how to apply. It's too different. And Ruth told me, you know what? In Thai software industry, majority of people are working in enterprise. And if you want to make, if you want Thai software industry to benefit from Agile, you've got to prove that it works in enterprise. That's when most of the people start looking at it, work on it. So I was convinced. So that's how I decided to start working in enterprise. And many years back, my circle of influence, I can't remove a wall. But today, I'm getting requests from like, so like our clients like stock exchange and government agencies who start like my colleagues are helping our government organizations to adopt, bringing some Agile practices in making laws and bringing some practices from these startups to apply laws for a smaller group of people and then wider and scale it, make it a wider range. So you could say it's a canary release for law. So this is the level of influence that my colleagues are doing. I used to tell them that, wow, you guys are really pretty like amazing things. And they said we all agree that this team that is this small circle it's a first circle where everything starts. And by doing that, you make this work well, then you gain trust. And gain trust, expand with that. I see like 0 minutes. Can I have like 5 more? 30 seconds. So yeah, by working in your circle of influence, you will expand. at the end, this is about what I see in Thai software industry. So many years back when I just graduated from my master's degree, I was seriously thinking, that was before Agile popular in Thailand, I was seriously thinking quitting this industry. Because that time, the failure rate of software projects are extremely high, like 80 to 90%. And I see that was how Thai software industry used to work. So vendor would make an unrealistic commitment, and they'll get some money, the first batch, second batch, but they couldn't deliver at the end. So they go to the new customers, make unrealistic commits and get first batch, second batch, cannot deliver again, move on. When the names become extremely bad, then you change the name, you start from company one again, repeat that. And I was like, this is the only industry where you don't build long-term relationships in business. This shouldn't be happening. Now I get to know Agile, I get to see it works. Thai software industry started practicing it more and more. It's getting more and more popular. And look around us. People come and share. We start to get real feedback. We start to see that the plan doesn't work. We start to work on problems. And we share because of there are a lot of dynamics in the tribes. All of us are struggling, trying to work, try to bring Agile into it work in our culture. And we learn and share from each other. I have to say that IT software industry are moving in the direction that I like. I'm glad. So thank you all for coming and sharing the meet together. Your presence here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your experience. And this is
Okay.
Small size.
Credits. So all the pictures that I use are from here. You can, when you get my slides, you also see these are the pictures. And also, I would like to thank my client who agreed for me to come and share this. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's time to move on to the next session by Khun Jackit, Corporate Lean Startup Dreams and Reality.